Photo from Yunnan. His stark warning comes after Theresa May sparked a row with Russia by accusing the country of trying to undermine free societies and sow discord in the West, Mile Online reported. Ukraine's foreign minister said of the latest row Russia lies on an industrial scale. Read else. Ukraine's defense attaché to U.S. tells how Putin's attempts at deception failed in Ukraine. The world must better understand this and the nature of hybrid warfare as very clearly the British Prime Minister does. We must finally wake up and unite against this imperialist neo-red threat posed to the free world by the current Kremlin administration, he added. We suffer at the hard end of Russia's hybrid war which they unleashed on the world in 2014 with the invasion Crimea and Donbas in my country, he said. Read else. Russian kids in propaganda clipping of readiness to die on battlefield if Putin calls along with the tanks and guns and meddling in elections. This is the nature of Russia's hybrid war waged on the West today. Klimkin added that while in Crimea, the population now live under a repressive totalitarian regime of illegal occupation. Read else. Russia attacked energy, telecom and media in Britain. GOVT official way discussed Donbas. Russia says they are not there, despite having up to 500 tanks, 4 times as many operational tanks as the British Army, in addition to hundreds of other heavy weapons and thousands of Russian regular troops and mercenaries, he said. If you see a spelling error on our site, select it and press Ctrl Enter. Viber, Telegram, Facebook, Twitter, Google News. Politics 2243. Ukraine receives 190 recommendations from UN Human Rights Council 2055. Stratfor hints of a shift in the Ukraine conflict. 1841. EU delegation head condemns recent searches in Crimean Tatars' houses. 1620. Sharoyko detained by Belarusian KGB. NUJU head. 1550. Kuchma. Russia suggests redrawing Ukraine border in East 2234. Volker and Surkov can meet again by year-end. Russian media. 2049. Ukraine's FBI director selected to be endorsed by President. 1855. Ukraine's lawmakers back mandatory filming amid police raid. 1640. New report on Russia's info war against Ukraine published in Estonia. 1540. SBU. Most of anonymous hoax bomb calls come from Russia. 1420. Sociologist weighs in on party of region's chances in upcoming elections. 1240. Poroshenko says tectonic transformation seen on Ukrainian TV, radio. 1020. SBU responds to Putin's talks with militant leaders on hostage swap. 0900. NYT says Crimea marked as disputed territory. Consistent approach. 2259. EU recommends Ukraine accelerate implementation of reforms. 1620. Belarus offers to deploy its peacekeepers in Donbas. 1400. Ukraine to EU tell us what we're fighting for. 1040. MFA Ukraine explains purpose of new UN resolution on Crimea. 0135. Commissioner Hahn to arrive in Kiev to meet Ukraine leaders. Media. 2258. UN adopts updated draft resolution on human rights in occupied Crimea. 1620. World Bank says ready to support Ukraine's healthcare reform. 1100. NYT comments on scandal with disputed Crimea on published map. 1020. Persecution of Crimean Tatars intensifies in occupied Crimea. HRW 0920. Rada Speaker roots for idea to pass bills with simple majority.